here yesterday for 8 hours, and my house is freezing again. I love it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, it's nice and chilly in this house.
Here is a way to support the troops, ladies. If you're looking for a way to be like, hey, listen, they're out there helping us and keeping our country safe and free and everything. An OnlyFans model is supporting the troops in a naughty way by sending X-rated packages to deployed soldiers, complete with free subscriptions and not safe for work photos.
Good. That's what keeps them motivated.
Nice.
Here is a picture I will send to you guys so you can check her out if you want to get a free package from this lady if you're overseas.
Let me see what she looks like.
She looks like she's about 16 years old with giant boobs.
Oh my God, she does look kind of young.
Yeah.
But she got a tattoo. I feel like once they have tattoos, they're legal.
Yeah.
No, that's not how it works.
It-
I feel like if they let them get a tattoo, I
it's
should be
a
able to
good
do anything.
indicator.
Right.
It used to be.
Yeah, that's
Not
true.
now.
Now you can go, and as long as your parents say yes.
Exactly. Listen, I work with high school students. There's 14-year-olds that are covered in tattoos.
Really?
That is not a good indicator.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
maybe I rethink things.
Yeah.
That's not the best way, then, I guess. So her name is Madeline May, and she's been supporting the troops.
So I showed you the Instagram girl that I love yesterday that you said looked like Jay Cutler.
Yeah.
And I love her. And I got to tell you, if I wasn't married, this would be my dream come true. She's in Miami now, and she does massages. And I thought this would be the greatest thing in the world, but nothing good would come out of that if I drove down there. I'd bring a lot of cash, and I'd be like, "What do we got going on here?" But anyway, one of our other hot listeners sent me video. I guess she's been over to the Sausage Castle. This chick that I like.
Oh, yeah.
And
Makes sense.
Seems right.
Yeah,
But
I'm far.
this girl sent me some smoking hot videos of this girl. I went, oh my God, Galvin. So
I got to
hot.
tell you, I had the picture of her because I took that picture and Jay Cutler, the bodybuilder, and put
Right.
them together and did the thing, whatever. And I was going through my phone and deleting stuff, and I saw that picture, and not only is she not attractive to me, she actually grosses me out.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Opposite
weird?
Taste.
That you love her? No, but
Yeah.
he loves her, and I'm like, oh, gross.
But that's the thing. That just proves to you there's somebody for everybody.
100%.
There's something. There's a fetish. There's someone for everything. So that's why when you're like, if you may look at a girl and be like, she's not making any money on OnlyFans.
Right.
Yes, she is.
She could be.
Can I
could
tell you
be.
what I think that I'm most attracted to? I mean, obviously she's got big boobs and big lips and all that stuff, but her confidence is at an all-time high, and that's a turn on for me. I like a girl who is confident. I don't like the coy little hee. That does nothing for me. I like confidence.
One of the weirdest things, and I think I've talked about this before, when I used to bartend, there was a kid that come in all the time, whatever, him and his girlfriend. He was skinny, normal looking guy, not bad looking, not great looking, just normal looking dude, whatever. And she was very nice, but also very fat. And I just thought he was into fat girls. I was like, all right, I guess that's his thing. He likes fat girls and stuff. And they were together for a long time, and then they broke up. And then he came in with a different girl. That was a smoke show and skinny. And I was just like,
Maybe he couldn't get away from that one.
But
But-
no, some guys just don't care. Some guys don't
But
have a preference.
I guess that's it, whatever, because I thought, oh, okay, he must be into fat girls. That's why he's with her, and she's fat, but she's super cool, was super nice and everything. But then whenever he came with her, I go, so he's not into fat girls? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like I don't have a type. I mean, I do now, obviously, like
Right.
Chad, but before him, like it wasn't like I just
No,
dated
you
one.
bounce around to different kind of guys. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's some people that just don't have a type, but there's a type for everybody.
Can we take a second to go down your lineage of boyfriends? Yeah, don't forget who's the first one you remember.
The first boyfriend.
I don't remember his name, but I remember a Mexican rapper.
Ryanito.
Ryanito.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I couldn't remember his name, but that was Ryanito.
Yeah.
Ryanito, and from Ryanito, it was to Blaine, right?
Basically, yeah.
Kind of country,
There's a couple of slides in between there.
Yeah, there was a couple because
Yeah.
there was the one who like ran the hotels.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
Chris.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
Remember the Indian guy?
Yep.
Yeah, the Indian guy used to take you shopping and buy stuff for you.
Yep. Yep.
We
yep.
saved you from getting date raped.
I mean, I guess you
Yeah.
also didn't start buying me stuff, so I missed out on a lot of presents.
I know, but the thing is that eventually that guy would have expected something from you from buying you all those presents.
Yeah, but he didn't.
He
And
did expect it. We just cut it off. You were too young to
But
realize
he
it.
didn't get it.
Right.
Yeah.
So
You're welcome.
We got you out before you
Yeah.
gotcha.
dangle it.
That was one of the greatest things. I was dating a stripper when I was younger, and she would have guys would take her shopping and stuff, and she would buy me stuff. And he's like, "You need a 2XL Bulls sweatshirt?" And she was like,
100%.
"Absolutely."
Yeah.
I love it.
That's what I sleep in.
Yeah, it's the best. That's weird. That's a weird thing. Guys that go and spend money on girls without any promise of anything. You know what I mean? Like they're
Right.
not together. He's not doing it out of love. He's doing it so hopefully she'll be like, "Oh, he's nice."
Yeah, but also there, I don't know, like
There's some guys that just want affection and attention
Or-
and someone to hang out with.
Or do you think about this? Like I was a poor kid, and when I see somebody that I'm like, oh, I bet you they would really like this. You know what I mean? And there's just something that
They would
feel,
appreciate this.
But you're also not doing that to 30-year-old dudes.
that because that's weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
That's
sure.
all like, no, do they think I expect something for this?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Even though I did see this thing on Instagram and it did make like a lot of sense. Like if for a man, like a 50-year-old man who does this to young women, you're not doing it to a young boy or a young guy. You're
Sure.
not trying to help them out. You are doing it for
Yeah, but it's also just another extension of any guy dating. If you're dating a girl, you're paying for dinner, you're buying drinks, you're
Right.
doing all
Right.
that stuff. But if you have a lot of money and you're like, yeah, listen, I know I'm probably not going to bang her. Maybe she's not going to bang me, but 1 out of 10 does.
yeah.
And I got the money, so whatever.
Yeah.
might as well try it. And nowadays with OnlyFans and stuff like that, girls are a lot more
Sugar daddy. There's sugardaddy.com or
Yeah.
whatever it is, where
sugar baby.
yeah,
Yep.
girls are literally like, I need a sugar daddy.
Yep. That's all I want is money.
That I think is good because at least they're upfront about it.
Right.
Then at least you know what I'm dealing with.
Although I did see a video, it was a great video of a girl who was, doing like an Instagram story and stuff, and just out to dinner, and she has lobster and steak and champagne and this and that, and then you see the guy's hand come over, and he's like, "Show who's paying for it."
Yeah.
Show, and she's like, "Gross, no."
I know a girl that does that. Like she gets flown to Vegas and flown to DC and everything else, and she, he not only gives her like thousands of dollars, but he buys her gifts and all that, and she 100% has sex with him. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's like, and
I mean,
she's
that's-
happy. Yeah.
If
you
I
can
was-
call yourself a sugar baby, or you can call yourself a hooker.
Yeah.
Which sugar baby sounds nicer.
Yeah.
If I was having sex with a girl and I was buying her stuff and that was the relationship we had, I don't think that's so bad either. I know what I'm getting and she knows what she's getting and we're all good there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if I'm not having sex with her and I'm just buying her gifts, that's a pretty sad situation to be in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You old man buying gifts for a young girl.
Yeah,
I'm
she
so
has
happy.
she has like 5 of those friends, and all of them know that they're not in a relationship.
Right.
And it's totally, transactional, and they're rich dudes and they're happy with it. They get to have her for a weekend and hang out, and everybody's happy.
Can I tell you who I'm most happy with is Pete. Pete seems like the kind of guy, like when you see him with hot chicks, you're like, what's he buying? He ain't buying nothing. Pete ain't buying you nothing.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
not a good sugar daddy.
No, he's he's not. He's a good boyfriend. He's a good friend to have that's got some hookups, but he ain't buying you gifts
Right.
so that you can go out with him. He'll kick you right out the door.
Police body cam footage shows that after Tiger Woods flipped his car, he called President Trump.
Shut up.
Yeah, there's actually body cam video of him, and he's on the phone, and they're like, "Mr. Woods, can you come down here, stay down here, whatever?" Because it's. And he goes, "Yeah." I was just talking to the president. Like he totally does like name drop. The video also shows police finding 2 hydrocodone pills in Tiger's pocket.
Yeah.
So we had talked about that, whether that was speculation, but yeah, it looks like they actually found stuff in there.
So I
And
had,
he's prescribed them though, right?
yeah, but
Like-
if you
Yeah,
are like I had some painkiller. I had that thing on my head a couple weeks ago.
Right.
I had some sort of painkiller prescription with me, and I didn't want to take them. So I took them with me when I went to Sarasota. But I took the whole bottle.
Like you
Yeah,
have
you
to,
have
yeah,
to
you
have the
have to have the
bottle.
whole
Yeah,
bottle.
I took
Have
the whole
prescription
bottle with
on
the
there.
prescription,
Has to
so
be
that-
your name.
Right.
Has to
'Cause
be the actual pills that are on the label.
I thought that if I was going to need them
At least
while
you
I was
have
out
them.
there, I should have them.
Right.
But I didn't want to take them, so I just took the whole bottle with me, and I just kept them in my pocket. And I figured if I ever got in
Yeah,
trouble
because if
with-
you get stopped and you just have a couple random pills in your pocket, you're in trouble.
That's weird.
Yeah, or if you have a pill with somebody
they'll
else's
look
name.
they'll
or-
look it up. You
No,
know what I
just-
mean?
Yeah, you
But
gotta
you
prove
can
in
still
court.
get in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm saying like you'll still get in trouble, but they can look it up. To
Right, like
say,
if Tiger has a prescription, he'll probably get a slap on the hand for not having the prescription with him
Right.
or the bottle. But it's better than him just having somebody else's pills that he
Exactly.
bought secondhand. Sure.
The September 19th rematch between boxing legends Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao is still on, despite Mayweather's apparent breach of contract following his recent comments about the planned showdown in Las Vegas. During a meet and greet at Caesars Palace this past Saturday, Mayweather told Vegas Sports Today, quote, "We don't know the location of the fight. The Sphere is one of the places we talked about, so I don't know if it's 100% going to be there. And this is not actually a fight. It's an exhibition."
Oh, brother.
Well, they talked to Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao said, "I don't do exhibitions. This is a fight, and that's the contract he signed. It's a fight."
That makes it worth it because if he loses his first match.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. In professional boxing. Yeah, absolutely. So Team Mayweather is insisting that the fight be changed from a sanctioned professional fight to an exhibition, which is one of several breaches of the fight contract.
Oh.
So, who
when is
knows?
that supposed to
Happening.
happen?
That's supposed to happen on September 19th.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll see what
fake
that does.
fight. Fake fight.
Fake fight.
Yeah, but
They're
it's,
all fake
it's
fights.
also like Pacquiao has been fighting still, and then Mayweather has been doing some exhibitions, but they're also old, and it's like I don't know.
I feel like you're gonna get with both of them exactly what you've always seen. A bunch of
Pitter
moving
patter,
and
yeah.
pitter patter, and it's gonna be boring as all hell.
Yeah, I think so too. It's at a certain time, and it's hard. It's got to be really hard for boxers too. Like if you're part of a team, if you're in the NBA and you play, and you're not a superstar, but you played for 15 years, you're like, yeah, I had a long, good career and stuff. But if you're the guy, if you're the champion, you're the one, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
you're the boxer that went out there by yourself and beat everybody else and stuff. It's got to be hard to retire from that.
I don't feel that way, especially if I had as long of a career as they did, and I could walk away undefeated. I'd be like, I'm good.
They all come back though.
I know they do.
Well,
But it's not like they need the
99%
money
of them
either.
come back.
It's not like they need the money.
Yeah,
They're just
it's-
doing it to do it.
It's the ego thing, but that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying is you're out of the spotlight now, and you used to be champ, this and that. But it's a lot different if you're still champ and nobody's ever beaten you, and that whole thing.
What does he own? Like roller skating rinks or something? Mayweather?
Mayweather, yeah,
Yeah.
he's got so much.
Yeah,
money.
but he opened up like bowling alleys or roller skating.
Well,
rinks
he
or
has
something.
his Mayweather gyms.
No, it's something for kids.
I don't know. He may. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. Pooh Shiesty,
Pooh shiesty.
you familiar? Pooh Shiesty and some friends were arrested for detaining Gucci Mane and holding him at gunpoint.
Oh, jeez.
He allegedly forced Gucci to release him from his recording contract and also robbed him and several associates.
Oh, man.
Oh,
shiesty.
It doesn't seem like Pooh Shiesty
No.
would do something like that, right?
Shiesty's so on the up and up.
So dumb. Jack,
What do you think's the worst rap name? Big X, the plug is pretty bad. Young Boy NBA, Never Broke Again is pretty bad. Like they got really
yeah,
Well, they pick
complicated
them,
over the
but
years.
yeah. Hold on.
I don't like when you have like a different title in your name of stuff.
right.
I blame Larry the Cable Guy.
Yep. Get her done.
He started it all. Yeah, but now it's not because it was like Ice-T, Ice Cube, those type of things where you're like, all right, that's like a nickname, whatever,
Right.
or Eazy-E. But now it's almost like a sentence.
It's like you've been knighted. Somehow.
yeah. Sir something of
Yeah.
this realm. And yeah. Jack Black is not getting the band back together. He said that Tenacious D still isn't reuniting for a new project, despite reports that they are.
Yeah, I heard that they were doing a new tour.
Right. They were talking about that and stuff. Jack Black says no.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, because of that one joke.
Yeah.
Lighten up.
But, if you're Jack Black and you're getting blowback from that stuff.
I know, but it's over now.
Yeah.
Kyle Gass needs Jack Black.
Also,
Jack Black doesn't need Kyle Gass.
No, not at all. And that's maybe this was his time to be like, yeah, peace, I'm out. But also, I think if you're into Tenacious D, you don't care. You're still going to see him. You know?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Yeah.
I go see Pearl Jam, and they hate the president.
Right,
They hate a lot of things. They go, but I'd still go see him. I don't care.
Would you go see Bruce Springsteen?
No, because it just doesn't seem entertaining anymore.
No.
You see this old man whine about everything.
My buddy Pete is a big Springsteen fan and loves the drummer and stuff. And he's just like, there's no way. He said his brother went and saw So he goes, it was terrible.
Because you're not seeing a concert.
You're seeing a complaining set
Yeah.
to slow music.
Political rally.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's affecting his music. I've been to his concert 6 times, and I would never go now.
You
It's
love
garbage.
Springsteen?
I used to. I wouldn't
Yeah.
watch that sad crap now.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I said this the other day. The last time I saw Springsteen, I was in the front row at the amphitheater, and it was the Springsteen and the E Street Band, and they did all the hits. And I think I don't ever want to
That's
change
it. You
that
got
memory. Yep.
Yeah.
That's on.
I was there for that one. Do you remember, like, you did the coolest thing that day?
I did.
Yeah.
I know
So
I did something that wasn't cool.
that was probably 2011 or something like
I
that.
remember
And-
what
Joey
it
was
is.
very little.
You rubbed sunblock on his back.
No, no,
I
no,
did.
no.
Yeah, that was the first thing we made out. No, I put on like Facebook or something like, oh man, looking forward to Springsteen. And then you texted me. You said, don't buy tickets.
Oh.
And I said, okay. And you said, just meet me at Will Call. So I was with my second wife, and you pulled up in a limo with
Yep.
an entourage.
It was just me and my brother-in-law.
I don't know.
remember, yeah.
It was a big limo. And then you got out and you just walked by and said, oh, hey, Johnny B, and gave me a stack of tickets.
Oh.
Like, you just gave me all the tickets, like whatever was left over. So I'm standing there with a handful of tickets, and I go, I only need 2. And you walk away, and then all of a sudden, people walk up and I go, are you selling those tickets? And then I just started selling the tickets.
Good for you. Good for
And
you.
I ended up making like $400 in cash
Wow.
and got into the concert, and they were good seats too.
Yeah.
Selling
And-
the tickets that say on them, promo use
Promo,
only,
yeah.
do not sell.
No, they had a value on them, which
Oh, nice.
I couldn't believe. Yeah, I was like, dude, like, all right, I was selling them at face value, and just, because it was sold out. So I was like,
So can I tell you what I remember about that day? It was me and my brother-in-law Craig. We went to the show, and we took the Sprinter, and we got to the line to get in off of MLK, and we got stuck in the line. You know how that line doesn't move for a while?
Oh, yeah.
And this guy was drinking and had to pee really bad, and I didn't know what to do.
astronaut.
So I got out of the thing, and I started walking around looking for a tree or something to go behind. And then there was a bunch of people, and they were beeping the horn. They're like, "Hey, cowhead!" And I'm like, "Hey, don't look at me!"
No.
And then I had to go back in there and hold it. Oh, it was miserable.
that's why you ran by me.
Probably, dude.
It's one of those things where you're like, what's behind those trees over there?
Yeah.
I'm just walking, just out walking around. No big deal. Don't look at me.
Can I tell you now? Now I just got a reservoir. I got a Trent-sized empty cup in my car for emergencies.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Yeah.
I am very excited about this. Brian Cox will play a retired serial killer called the New York Ripper in season 2 of Dexter Resurrection.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a great actor in there.
I got to tell you, Dexter Resurrection, really good.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Was
yeah.
it?
Because it's he meets up with his son in New York. I don't want to give anything away. Did you watch
I watched the regular Dexter. That
regular
was it.
Dexter? And then they had the other part afterwards. It was whatever.
Didn't watch that.
But he meets his son later on, and his son finds him and stuff. And then
Right.
there's a whole situation. But then now they're in New York, and Dexter's still being Dexter, and Dexter is meeting a lot more serial killers in the
What do they have, like a
Resurrection.
Facebook meetup group?
Sort of.
Really?
It's an
Okay, now I
interesting
want to get
thing.
back into it.
Yeah. And here's the thing. Do serial killers know each other?
Well, I mean,
Because otherwise it's a very lonely life. You know what I mean? Because you can't tell people about it.
Yeah.
But like if serial killers have
They
like,
say, listen, Trucker Tony and all you guys out there, we love you. You're doing a lot of, good stuff, whatever. But they say a lot of serial killers are truck drivers.
because they're moving.
Right,
They're
'cause they're
moving
always
through all
going.
the time, and they can do it. And there's
and it's hard to track because they're all
right, and there's also a network of hey, I got this, I'll trade you. You can have
Yeah.
this, whatever. That's pretty crazy. But yeah, so season 2, Dexter Resurrection. Brian Cox, who's a great actor, is going to be playing the New York Ripper.
So I always think about how if I knew I was going to die or if the world was going to end, there's people that I want to kill.
Yeah,
Right? Like I do think about that. I've got them categorized in the order in which I'd kill them and all that stuff. But outside of that, I don't have any desire to kill anybody.
No, I got to tell you, I just started watching the other day. I've been looking for something that has 6 or 7 seasons, something to watch.
Right?
And Killing Eve, which was out a while ago. Did anybody watch that?
No.
It's pretty good so far.
Yeah?
Pretty good so far. And it's a female assassin, but she loves it.
Oh.
and
That I think I would love.
I think that's why she's an assassin. Like she was killing people before she got the job
Right.
kind of thing, whatever. And there's a few kills that she does. There's one lady who has asthma, but she's in charge of like a perfume fragrance thing, whatever.
Okay.
And she brings her. She's like, I brought this, and I want you to try, and blah blah blah. And she sprays it and stuff. And of course, it's not real perfume. And she goes, I don't smell it. And then she like grabs her face and looks at her while she's dying, and she's like enjoying it. And it's like, ooh, all right.
I like it.
Yeah, so far I think I'm like 3 episodes in. Seems pretty good.
If
I
you
remember
knew-
it winning all kind of awards before.
If you knew you wouldn't get caught ever, if you were guaranteed it, could you be an assassin for money?
I think so. It's funny because I said that to my wife the other day. I go, how would you do as an assassin? She goes, I'd be terrible. I go, how do you think I would do? And she goes, I go, the only thing I think that's holding me back is I'm tall, which tall
Right.
is recognizable, but I don't know. I feel like I could be everything kind of in a box. You know what I mean? Shut everything down.
I had this idea for a TV show, but I think it's too similar to Dexter, about a guy who is killing people, but he is a Amazon driver. So nobody know. That's why nobody's can report who ever seeing him in the neighborhood, because he's always in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
His first was supposed to be a mailman, but I think as time goes on, he'd be an Amazon driver.
Dexter is so good, man.
I've never watched it.
If you've never watched Dexter, like you can go watch the original Dexter. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It really is good. And it's one of those ones where you go, how is he going to get out of it? And he gets out of it, and it's good, though. It's not some cheesy where you're like, oh, that's bull.
Right.
Like
whatever.
there's no way. Like this, it actually could happen.
Yeah, whenever they do it, you go, oh, that's clever.
Yeah.
That's clever. They did a good job of getting him out of there and stuff. That's one of the things, although, with Killing Eve, she goes to kill a guy, and it's in an office building, and she just has a gun, no suppressor or anything, and she's like, good. And I'm like, all right, well, probably not going to do that, draw attention. But I think that goes to her character. She's a little cuckoo. You know what I mean? She's a psychopath.
Sure.
So I don't know whether she cares at all. So the woman that attacked Lindsey Buckingham from Fleetwood Mac,
Right.
she attacked him because they had interaction before, and she's like a stalker. You know why?
No.
She thinks he's her biological father.
Is he?
I don't know. That's what she thinks.
Well, that makes it a whole different story.
Yeah, if it turns out.
Now she may not be so crazy.
Yeah,
And she may
but
just be
it's still
desperate.
crazy.
Still
Why
crazy.
are you throwing liquid on your father?
Yeah, what was the liquid?
Yeah, we don't. Still don't know.
Yeah. Could have been holy water.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's that's a sad situation.
Who? The guy threw the liquid on that congresswoman. Remember?
Oh,
In
yeah,
New York?
yeah, yeah.
Which I don't know whether they ever figured out what that liquid was.
Yeah.
Because it was all fake.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah,
or it
because
just wasn't anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it looks so scripted. She was all of a sudden like, no,
It did.
I don't need to be checked out. I'm a badass.
Right, right.
All right.
Yeah.
The internet is making kind of a big deal out of this. Britney Spears' son, Sean Preston Federline, has changed his Instagram handle to Sean P. Spears.
Ooh.
Oh.
Cares.
Exactly.
Did you see her video of her on the boat the other day?
No, I saw
I saw
that
a
there was
picture.
video, but I didn't see it.
She was on the boat dancing like she usually does.
But with her sons, right?
Yeah, but she was with her sons, and then a couple of times she pulled her pants down. Her underwear, like she had like a little bikini bottoms, and she pulled them down like further than where they were.
She always does that. Yeah,
I know,
that's like
but
her move.
she's
Yeah, with
with
the
her
kids there.
now.
Yeah.
It's kind of gross. Hot.
By the way, I think still to this day, one of the best things is people that took her dancing around with the knives and stuff,
Yeah.
and put her behind a sushi bar.
Yeah.
Or be a hibachi, behind a hibachi bar. That's so good. This is one of those stories that you read and you go, "Oh, shut up!" But then it's also that's all this guy has, so I
Okay.
kind of get it. The guy who choreographed NSYNC's "Bye Bye Bye" dance is suing Sony Music for allowing it to be used in the movie Deadpool and Wolverine and the video game Fortnite without his permission.
Well, he didn't need permission. He gave it to them. He did it. He came up with it for them. It's theirs. They paid for it. Now they can use it for whatever they want.
But I don't know.
You can't use the song without their permission. So
Right.
you can't use the dance
Right, but
without
he
his.
gave them the dance. He taught
Did
them
he?
the dance.
Did
Yes.
Did he?
Yes.
Or
No,
did he-
so
They hired him
no,
to
he's not.
choreograph the dance.
But he's not suing NSYNC. He's suing Sony Music for allowing it to be used in the movie Deadpool. His choreography.
Because if they own it, then he deserves a piece of it. If they
think
if they
he's just trying to get a little settlement.
Sure, but
Yeah.
also, like I said, that's all he's got.
But the same thing, like I'm sure, like NSYNC got a piece of the song being in that movie.
Sure,
Yeah,
oh, they
they
absolutely did.
Right.
Because of the
So
better
this-
deal that they have.
So the same thing with his dance.
Yeah, but-
He should get a
But
piece.
you don't know what this deal is.
Yeah.
He may have said that NSYNC can use
For-
it for their music video and this and that, but any future things,
Well,
whatever.
that would be a clear case.
Because you got Deadpool and Wolverine, which was a huge movie, and then you
Right.
have Fortnite, which is huge. So this guy's like, "Hey, I'm missing out on some cash over here."
All right. So
You know?
even if each one of them gave him a little bit of money, it wouldn't hurt them.
This guy's gonna make more than Johnny B selling the Bruce Springsteen.
Oh
tapes.
It
man.
is true.
Nice. And then finally in news, we ended it with new music yesterday. More new music for you guys.
We're gonna do the same thing we did yesterday. We're gonna take a break
All
and
right.
come back to the new music.
Okay.
Well, you have to pee?
Yeah.
Oh, well, good. We'll take a break.
Okay. Thank
All
you.
right, we'll take a break. We come back. We're gonna find out what happened to Joe,
Yeah.
where Joe was, and then we're gonna play some new music for you next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. I don't want to go to space.
Yeah.
I want to know about space. If it comes out that there's a hotel on Mars, maybe I'll go there to check it out and be on the plane for a little while or whatever ship I'm taking over there. But if you're asking me if I just want to go in space, the answer is no.
No.
I don't want to fly up just to look back at Earth and go, I was just there.
Yeah. I want to go for a mission.
Right.
I want to go accomplish something.
Right. I don't want to be one of those celebrities who just go up in a rocket to say that they went up in the rocket.
They weren't in
I do
space.
not want to. My
Plus, you
favorite
get stuck
is-
up there for too many souls.
I was on the air. Yeah, I don't want to be. I don't want to be up there for a soul. I was talking about this once before, and Monica jumped in. And Monica goes, "Question: Is anybody asking you to go to space?"
Yeah.
No, they're not.
They're
But I'm
clamoring.
just saying.
for him
Just
to go.
in case.
Right. It's kind of like you know how I admire the military and that they are doing something that I could never do. I'm less of a man. I'm to be the first to admit it. First responders, military. But I feel like I'm so happy that my level of fame that I have is not enough to make the troops want me to come entertain them.
Right.
You know, follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Like
yeah.
I don't want to be asked to go to Iran or
Because you would
Iraq.
feel obligated.
Right. I would definitely be like, yes, whatever I can for the troops. But also, I don't want to be dropped in the middle of a war, which Bobby Kelly has done before, and a bunch of my comedian friends have done before. I'm glad that I'm not enough for them.
But the fact-
Interesting. You don't want to be asked to go to space. You do want to be asked to go to weddings, but don't want to
Don't
go.
want to go.
Right.
Yeah. Although I have to tell you, your wedding may have turned that around.
Really?
I enjoyed your wedding. I had a
Thank you.
great time. I drank enough at your wedding to
Yep.
have a good time.
Same.
Other than your father shutting me
Yeah.
out.
Johnny drank enough for everybody.
Yeah.
Was it-
By the way, I think the thing about your wedding that made it so good is it wasn't stuffy and it wasn't,
it was very casual.
very
party.
casual, easy. Yeah, very party.
Yeah.
It was like you weren't like, all right, what are we gonna do now?
I
We
thought
have to
that
go
was
over-
going to stink, though. I did. I was like, well, I didn't think your wedding was going to be bad, but I thought the fact that there was no assigned seating and the fact that it was inside and outside, and then let's be honest, the idea of serving pizza at a wedding, it just didn't sound good. It was great.
Amazing.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
The ice cream, just when I ate enough pizza, I was like, man, I wish I had ice cream. Boom,
Oh.
there's an ice cream truck.
Ice cream truck, yeah.
Ice cream was so good. Yeah, like you said, the whole thing. I wanted it casual. And the big thing was I wanted to take a lot off of me.
Yeah.
The assigned seatings, I didn't want to have to go through that.
Right.
Pain in the
That
ass.
people, oh, do I have to sit next to so and so?
Yeah, exactly.
Just sit down and shut up.
No, I thought it worked
Did you
out
point at
great.
Mike?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I got to be at this table.
Yeah, why'd you put them next to me?
I want to be at your table.
I'd like to say I would never do that, but you already had to move me out of the row.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He did ask if he could cut the cake, which was weird.
Yeah.
Well, I want a cake.
But even that, you know what I mean? So I just wanted it to be fun. I was done with the questions. I was like, so what can I take off of my plate to make it easier? And I was like, pizza and ice cream. Boom.
Worked out great.
Yeah.
So here's the question now. You said before this wedding that I had set the bar for
Oh,
weddings.
yeah.
And you were compare Carmen's wedding to my wedding. What's the comparison?
All right.
There were two different kind of weddings.
Well,
Yeah.
all right.
who
I
take-
was in your wedding.
Yeah.
That was a little bit different.
we
okay.
didn't have anybody in our wedding.
Right. But I
Is that
have
good or bad?
as going to your wedding as an observer, I had a great time. Going to your wedding as being a part of the wedding, I also had a great time. I think I might like weddings.
Mm.
But again, who had the better wedding?
Oh, who had the better wedding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
Everything's a competition.
yeah, exactly. Do
How'd you
know
like
it's
my
going to be-
wedding, Mike? Did you like my wedding, Mike?
Sorry, John. I was sick.
Johnny, I liked your wedding. Your wedding was
Thanks.
very nice.
John,
Yes.
just so you know, I'm closest out of everybody with Joe. I've known Joe the longest. Did not go to his wedding either. Sorry, Joe.
It
your
was
mic's
his
not on.
third
There you
wedding,
go.
to be
Challenge
fair.
accepted, Michael.
Yeah, I know, Joe. I could not. I was. We had something to do, and we were out of town. I think we were on vacation.
Mhm.
Will
Yeah,
you
right.
go on record now as saying you will be at Joe's next wedding if he has one?
100%.
Oh,
Okay.
100%.
All right.
Locked in.
You can't keep me away.
I got to tell you, I'm going to go with Carmen's informal approach
Yes.
Yeah.
this time.
Oh,
Yeah,
are you
absolutely.
planning one?
No, not planning. I didn't say it was planning.
Sounds like it's come out.
You
No,
said
no.
you were going to go with Carmen's approach.
If I get married, which
Uh-huh.
might or may not happen. But yes, I really, my first two weddings, very formal, big deals, spent way too much money
Yeah.
on both of them. So I think this is the right way to go, Carmen.
Yeah,
I
it's-
appreciate you setting the bar.
It's fun. It's relaxed.
Yeah.
It takes so much stress off of everybody. And then on top of that, like I said, I've been to a couple weddings, not a bunch, right? But you always get this little piece of chicken or this little piece of steak. You always go back to the hotel room and order food, order pizza on top of
Probably,
that
yeah.
anyway.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Carmen, I left your wedding and went to
punch.
dinner and still had a great time.
Yeah. And the thing was, I ordered extra. I ordered extra on purpose. People were taking pizzas home.
Yep.
Full
Yeah.
pizzas. You know what I mean? Like, and that was the best.
Yeah, it was good. I'm happy. I'm happy with
Still
your
haven't
wedding.
answered.
Yeah, you're not getting out of this.
I don't know. It's so hard.
Different weddings, but whose was
I mean,
better?
it's hard to say because one I was wearing a tuxedo, one I was wearing a tracksuit, one was inside, one was outside, one was had a band, one had a DJ, I don't know. They were totally different. It's
Yeah.
hard to. I'm gonna have to call it a draw.
Oh, so weak.
Boo.
Oh.
I didn't go to Galvin, so I can't, put
Joe did. I don't know if he remembers.
Yeah, no.
I don't
probably
think
not.
he remembers
No,
mine
I don't
either.
remember that.
Evidently,
Did
my
you go?
wedding was
No.
good
Did you go to
too.
mine?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Absolutely.
that's right. Because you were smacking cupcakes out of people's hands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
See, like the only thing for mine that like people didn't use that I'm a little sad about, but again, no biggie because it was like $30 was the POV. It was like it was like a shared folder where
Yeah.
you scan it and then you take pictures in it. So everyone only
Can I be honest with you?
only 3 people used it.
Can I be honest with you? It was a great idea in the beginning of the night, and then the drunker you got, you kind of forgot about it.
Yeah, and I know the signs were a little bit smaller. I should have made them a little bit bigger, but you know what I mean? Like, I also, whatever. I had a photographer and I told her the biggest thing, I want the ceremony. I want a good shot of me and Chad because we didn't have that from the hospital.
Right.
I want a good shot of me and Chad. And then after that, I want the guests and everyone mingling and that, you know what I mean? And
It's funny. I wasn't even drinking, and whenever I got home, I went in my pocket and I had Polaroids, and I was like, "Oh, I guess we were supposed to leave those."
yeah. And that was the other thing. Our guest book was a little short because the Polaroids were for the guest book, but Kayla went around and made sure she took a lot of pictures for that specifically. So that actually came out really good.
We had the photo booth. We had the
That's
photo
true.
booth at my wedding.
That's right.
Before everybody had photo booths.
That's
Right.
true. Yeah,
Because
yeah.
we were going to use like our station has one that sets up. It's just like a little iPad type thing
Mhm.
and stuff. And Corey was going to bring it. And then I was like, Corey, you're a guest. You are not working.
Yeah,
This is not a
right.
promotion event. He did
Corey was at your wedding?
Yes. He helped like with speakers and stuff. He did a couple things, but he was like, I was like, Corey, this is not an event.
Right.
Like
But when you're an event guy, everything's an
Yeah.
event.
exactly. And I
Yeah.
was like, you know what? Don't bring the photo booth. I got the little Polaroids and stuff like that. So
Any aftermath about not inviting certain people?
no, not really. I
I
think
didn't hear anything bad either.
yeah, and a lot of people didn't show up.
Really?
Day
Really?
of, a day of, yeah. I don't know if you guys noticed, but there was a lot of
Holly.
there was a lot
Who
of
else?
but there was a lot of empty seats, and that was just day of. People were like, "Hey, sorry, can't make it," or last minute, like, never.
Scumbags.
Yeah.
It's whatever.
It's not. You paid for that.
Yeah, but also more pizza. There was more pizza for people to take home. Really, the thing that hit hard for us was the drink package because we paid for that amount of people.
Well, we used it.
Listen,
yeah.
I think it went to work. Yeah, I think it got
I
used.
think me and Johnny B took care of that.
Yep.
Yep. So I don't think it really went to waste. But again, that was like really the only thing that came out of our pocket that was like, oh man,
I
we could have
drank
paid less.
At your wedding,
Mhm.
and then went to Fleming's and had some martinis. I was zipped up that night.
Oh, I was drunk. I was on the neutrals and champagne. So every time, because I had 3 different outfit changes,
Right.
and so every time we went to the back room, there was always a bottle of champagne. Which that was Jen, our day of coordinator.
Yeah.
She always made sure there was either neutrals or champagne back there. So every time Chad and I went back there, we were literally stuffing pizza in our mouth, chugging champagne as we're changing. You know what I mean?
My wedding, I drove there by myself, and I drove because I had to get there early, and everybody else was coming from different directions. So I drove there by myself, and I went and stopped and got a case of beer on the way. I got a case of Bud Lights, and I got there early, and it was just me and the priest. And I was like, "You want a beer?" He's like, "I do." And he had a beer. And I was like, "You want another one?" He goes, "I can't. I won't be able to do the ceremony if I have more than one." I was like,
Yeah.
"All right, I feel you."
Well, yeah, and that was really cool. You know, my friend Larry, he gave us the Sprinter that day, and the driver Tim, he got in on the action, and he dressed in like a full track suit, big
Right.
chain and stuff. But there was neutrals in the Sprinter, and it was just me and 3 girls when they came to pick us up because Barb had to go get her kids,
Right.
her sons, and then Kayla was at the venue already helping set up because she got all her hair and makeup done first.
Yeah.
So it was just me, Leanne, and Ashley in the Sprinter. And we were having fun. We're like, this is the best part of the day. We're like, can we just have the wedding in here? And then we got there, and Kayla was like, oh man, I missed out. And Tim was like, hop in, we got time. So he literally just drove us around for a little bit so we could party in the Sprinter.
It's good. It's fun times.
It was a lot of fun. And then afterwards, we had a little after party at Scores.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. Yeah.
I wish I would have been able to go to.
Yeah. That was, yeah, that was a lot of fun.
I don't think my daughter would appreciate it.
No,
Yeah.
She probably would have had fun.
A little bit older.
You
Yeah.
never know.
Yeah.
We're talking about it in the back seat.
Oh, Jesus.
To help celebrate, I got you some new music.
Okay,
I
thank
love
you.
it. All right.
This is new music. This is from an artist that you definitely know. I can give you a little bit of a hint. He was in a band and then he went solo.
Okay.
Okay. You probably haven't heard any new music from him for a little while, but I did just recently see him at a UFC event. He was
okay.
sitting in the front row. So take a listen. Let me know whenever you
He's
think
still relevant enough to get front row.
Let me know whenever you think you know who it is.
Phil Collins.
Phil Collins,
It
sorry.
does sound like Phil Collins.
Phil Collins?
I gotta tell you, you could not be closer with
Peter
your-
Gabriel?
Yes,
Yeah.
Peter Gabriel. Peter Gabriel was the singer for Genesis. Phil Collins was the drummer. Then
Oh,
Peter
okay.
Gabriel left. Phil Collins took over as the singer.
Okay.
And then
It's-
Phil went solo as well.
So I went Phil Collins in my head, and I'm like, no, he's too old. He's not making music. Sounds like Peter Gabriel. And then I thought Peter Gabriel would never be at a UFC fight sitting in the front row. Boy,
He
was I
was.
wrong. Yeah.
He was. It was weird. I was like, Peter Gabriel, but then I was like, oh, he's got a new album coming out. Yeah, so that's called Till Your Mind is Shining. It's his new single he just dropped, and then the album comes out later this year.
Okay. I
Yeah.
don't mind that. I like a little Peter Gabriel. I love Sledgehammer.
Yo, yeah.
And the other one that had the good video.
You can run airplane. No,
No, it's Sledgehammer.
yeah,
Stream?
maybe.
I don't know.
And it's not really like yacht rock music, but it's like in that realm.
Genesis is more,
Progressive rock.
yeah.
Prog rock.
Well, I'll tell you, he's got that voice though that you recognize. You know, you think of all his other songs,
Right.
so that'll make it a little more yacht rocky.
Well, let me see what is the other song that obviously In Your Eyes, Salisbury Hill.
Yeah,
Salisbury Hill, great song.
great song.
Salisbury Steaks.
What is the other? What is the
Right
other?
now.
What's the other song that you're thinking of, Mike?
It's like it was the other one that had the video.
Oh, wait, no.
It's not Land of Confusion. That was
That's-
Genesis.
that's-
Yeah.
Big time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially as he gets older, he looks more like James Bond.
A little chubby.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a little chubby.
He got a little fat.
Yeah, a little bit. It's weird too because I think we kind of knew Peter Gabriel as Peter Gabriel solo artist, Sledgehammer and Big Time and that type of stuff. And then when I found out Genesis and he used to be the singer, and then you see pictures of him on stage with a wolf hat on and
Yeah.
wearing a dress, and he's got black under his eyes. And you're like, that's
Yeah.
Peter Gabriel,
Yeah, it
the
was
guy that
weird.
wears a suit.
Yeah.
That was so weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. He looks like a Bond villain.
Well,
Maybe.
but he looks Bondish. He looks like distinguished English.
Yes,
Is what I see.
I get that. But yeah, he looks more like a villain because of his bald head. Really.
Yeah.
Oh well, there you
He's
go.
doing better than Phil
Okay.
Collins now. Phil Collins is in pretty rough shape.
Yeah, he looks like he can't even walk anymore.
Yeah.
He's a good death pool pick, I think.
Phil Collins, how crazy is that whole thing that happened? So you have a band, you have Genesis,
Right.
and your singer goes, I'm leaving. And you go, Jesus Christ, are you kidding me? Now our singer's leaving. We're successful, this and that. Who can do it? Try out all the singers. Drummer's like, hey, I can sing, and then he winds up being a great singer.
Great
Then you
singer,
have-
and then has one of the most successful solo careers in the history of music.
Right. Then he goes solo and has all that. Yeah, and Phil Collins' solo career, ridiculous.
Yep. And then,
Unbelievable.
And then still, I mean, even in the 80s, had a strong resurgence with Genesis.
Genesis, and then what's his name? Mike and the Mechanics
Mike
had their
Rutherford,
thing where,
yeah. And then there's one other guy that nobody ever talks about.
no,
He's the apple of the group.
apple.
Yep.
You know
That's
his name?
No.
Nobody does. Nobody.
Oh,
ever
would
knows.
you know? Would you
Oh,
know?
I know it. I know it.
What is it?
Tony Banks.
Tony Banks. Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
They're
yeah.
right.
As
Yeah.
soon as you said it, I was like, yep. Yeah. That's funny.
That guy's got nothing. That guy's like,
Oh, he was happy to be in Genesis.
yeah. But then all of a sudden, when there's no Genesis, there's Mike and the Mechanics, and there's Phil Collins solo, and he's like, "Hey, I'm over here too, guys." And was he the bass player?
Tony Banks. Yeah.
Yeah,
Most
because Rutherford
able.
played guitar.
Keyboard.
Keyboard?
Yeah. It says, let's see, founding member of Genesis, keyboardist, principal songwriter, lyricist. Yeah. So he did like keyboard stuff.
Interesting. All right, 800-771-1025 are the phone numbers. This morning we were off to a terrible start. Galvin was here, got here 1st.
Mhm.
I sauntered in sometime later, and nobody else was here. Then Carmen sashayed in right before the time at
Right when
6:50
the
at
opener
5:58.
started. Yeah.
And then Joe, nowhere to be found.
Yep.
We'll find out what happened to Joe when we come back. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 1025 The Bone.
All right. Let's see. Exactly. Yeah.
Did you ever see Harry Styles do that song on Howard
Yes.
Stern?
Yeah, you
You
did
did
it pretty good. Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, he did a good job.
Mhm.
Why can't you sing it?
There's high parts in there
Yeah.
that you don't realize.
I'm very good at singing high.
Full
laughing at?
full voice or falsetto.
Falsetto.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the thing though. That takes it away.
I know. Not a very good singer.
There
Like,
is a kid.
there are things that I know I could do and I can't do. I'm not a very good singer.
There is a kid
Yeah.
that was on The Voice, I think, and I don't know what his name is. And I say kid because he's probably early 20s.
Right.
And he's got long hair and he plays keyboards and he sings and he's got one of those voices that you're like, oh, this guy absolutely should be a singer. And he does kind of a lot of rock stuff, whatever. But, you know, some older stuff, like he'll do Doors and Zeppelin and they'll do like Allman Brothers and this and that, whatever. But he has videos that he puts on Instagram. And the person with the camera like comes up to him and he goes, "Here's a little bit of Doors for you." And then he starts playing and he starts singing. And you're like, God,
Yeah.
could you imagine
Having that.
having that and going into somewhere? Like, that's what I always think about is like going to a party and they're like, "Hey, we got a piano. Don't you play? Can you play and sing?" And you started, people would be like, "What?"
That was Pete.
Yeah.
Because Pete could pick up a guitar and play the beginning of any song.
At the beginning.
The beginning of any song. The night that I hooked up with Amanda, I walked in there and that was on my mind. And I was also on the very popular morning show at the time. And I walked into this party and everything stopped and everybody looked at me. And I had such incredible social anxiety. And I walked into everybody stopped and looked at me and I just went, and I walked straight in the room. I didn't even know where I was going. We were at a party. And everything got really awkward for a second. And Pete goes, "Hey, guitar." And he picks it up. He goes, and starts playing La Bamba. And then the party went back to normal. And I'm like, that if it wasn't for Pete, I would have been freaking out over there in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude, nothing was better than when we'd bring girls home and Pete would be able to pick up a guitar and just play for the girls, you know? Oh, play this one. And he knows the beginning of all the songs.
Yeah.
He
That's
can
it.
play the first like
That's all,
30
it doesn't matter.
seconds.
That's all you
That's all
needed
you
because
need.
that's when they all think that oh my God, you know.
Well, I had to make a rule at my house. Anybody that came over, picked the guitar up, you had to play the whole song.
Oh.
Otherwise,
no.
don't play. Otherwise, don't pick it up.
No,
Yeah.
no, I don't like that at all. Speaking of your house,
Yes.
Yeah.
good to have you here today.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
We came in this morning. I was here. Galvin was here, not in that order. Then Carmen came in, and then there was no Joe. And there was no Joe for so long and no contact with Joe. And as Galvin pointed out this morning, Joe, all the times that you in Spanish were late,
Yes,
Spanish blamed you all the time for your Fiditzen.
that's right.
And we find out you would always say that you're up and making coffee and
Yeah.
waiting for him.
Mhm.
And we go to find out that turns out he was the troublemaker
Yeah.
because you have never been late the
No.
entire time, even
Never.
when you had to Uber here.
Right. That's
So
correct.
when you're not here, it's even more of a surprise to us.
Yes.
So then Big Dick, who lives near you, is nice enough to do a drive-by, a wellness check, if you will. First of all,
Oh, he
I'm-
was in my driveway when I left.
I'm very concerned with the fact that you keep your windows open as wide as you do.
What do you
I have
mean?
a picture inside every window of your house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you had your Roku TV on
Yep.
in the living room.
Yep.
Yeah, you had Sugar Pants' daughter's bed was unslept in.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, well, first of all, where is she?
I don't know.
Oh,
That I don't know.
Wait a
is she
minute.
missing?
But I think she was staying over at a friend's house.
I got that one.
You got that because they're off from school today,
Right.
And then Jenkins barked a couple of times, but not that much. And Big Dick was in your backyard, in your driveway, knocked on the door, nothing.
Nothing.
What happened?
I'm an idiot.
Yeah, well, I know
Yeah.
that. We all know that.
Yeah. What happened was Annette was up at like around 3, a little after 3.
And that's Joe's 90-something-year-old mother who lives with him.
Yeah. And she wasn't feeling good, so I went and got her some nausea medication, and I got her back in bed, which she's sleeping on the couch now. So maybe Big Dick saw her sleeping out there. But I left my phone in. When I got up, I took my phone with me and I left it on the kitchen table.
Oh, gotcha.
So I totally spaced. And when I woke up, I was like, no way, it's 6 something.
Right.
It's supposed to be 4 something. So I woke up in a panic. Went outside. There was Big Dick.
Did he wake you up, or did you wake up
No.
just on your own?
I woke up on my own, just naturally.
Well, because he was like knocking on the door and
Yeah,
stuff.
ringing the doorbell, knocking on the door. I
Yeah.
called Christy's phone.
Yeah, no. I'm totally out. I was completely out. So anyway, I got Annette back in bed, and then I went to bed like around 3:30. I'm like, okay, great. I have like almost an hour, and didn't realize that I had taken my phone with me
You dummy.
to go deal with her and left it inside the house or on the kitchen table, and went back to bed and expected my phone to wake me up, but it didn't because it was in the kitchen.
And look at you.
So yeah, I'm an idiot. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It happens, and,
Yeah.
and it happens so infrequently that it's not that big of a deal.
I appreciate it, Michael.
Mike thought you were dead.
Yeah, well,
I did. I actually thought the whole house was dead.
yeah. Well, I mean, it could be.
Do we remember what did you say?
I said, let's see, I have it written down here. Mike said dead.
Sorry, Joe.
Oh no.
Then you said sleepy, and then you said no, everybody dead.
The whole house was dead.
I said drunk. I thought maybe you had one and you were like, oh, I miss you. And then you had a little bit more. And then, Carmen said emergency and Johnny B said broke down.
Okay. Well, all good
I win.
guesses, but
Johnny B also came up with a song that we were going to play at your funeral.
Yes.
oh,
Do you have it, Johnny?
what is it?
I can find it
Can
again.
you put it up? He's going to pull it up for you. This is the song that we're going to play at your funeral. We were playing it a little bit this morning.
Because we were
In memory.
debating if you died, we go on the cruise because he'd want us to go on the cruise.
Of course I would,
And then we
yeah.
were thinking about we'd bring you on the cruise.
Yeah.
We'd just
Would
put
you-
you in a robe and a bucket hat and
Yeah.
put you out on the Lido deck.
Like Weekend at Bernie style?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Exactly.
Weekend
what
of
he
Pap
said.
Paps.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Poop.
You were so good before.
There we go.
There it is.
Oh.
Sad version.
Oh, that is sad. That's a sad version.
Sad version for a dead Pap. He's dead now. When we die. Oh.
I can't begin to know.
Who is this?
It's actually Neil Diamond. It's some
Just
DJ
slow down.
slowed down and added reverb to. Yeah,
Oh.
it's creepy.
It's very nice.
His name was Joe. Oh, Joe, I'd be sad if you were dead.
Never did a video.
I have to walk my own dogs now.
Is today can day, Joe?
Trash. Throwing trash. Take it out. No, not me. Only you. Sweet Caroline. Ba, 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 ba. All right. Thank you, Johnny.
No problem.
Well, I'm sorry, Michael. I feel terrible.
It's quite all right,
You
Joe.
should.
Happy that you're alive.
All right, me too.
Yeah, I was a little bit worried about
Yeah,
it.
because we were worried that you were dead or dying or something, whatever. And then whenever you called or Mike called you, all we heard was
Like rumbling on the phone, like you were. Yeah,
and he was like Joe, and it was
What?
yeah, because you called me
Yeah.
and I answered on speaker, and I'm like Joe, and then you just heard, you heard like you
Oh,
were
no,
breathing
yeah.
heavy and doing some stuff.
Yeah, I was looking at my phone and I didn't have it on. I didn't have it on speaker.
Oh.
So I thought
It sounded like you were pinned under something.
Yeah.
Galvin said at one
Sounded like
point
you were wrestling.
he thought you fell between the couch and the wall.
Yes. It's a possibility.
You were stuck over there. 800-771-1025 with the phone numbers. Phone numbers are wide open. We are less than a week away from Calta Cruise 19. Very excited for this. Brought to you by Stingray Chevrolet. And I am proud to say we will be announcing the 20th Calta Cruise on the ship, and then to you folks on the 14th when we get back.
I am currently working on some of the imaging stuff, whatever, for our podcast while we're on there.
Yep.
And then the announcement that's going to happen on Monday, we're going to announce it to the people that are on the cruise about the 20th. And then on Monday, we let everybody else know the 20th Calta Cruise, all the information on that. So that'll be fun.
Here's the deal. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't care if 50 people go or 5,000 people go. We still have a great time. So we've never had, less than a couple of hundred people that go, and it's always been very successful. I always think the sweet spot number is around 250, 300 people. That's usually what we're used to going, and it's a nice control group. You get to see everybody. You get to spend time with everybody. But there have been times where we had 500-600 people going. This is going to be one of those times. It's the 20th one. There's plenty of people who've never gone before that have said, I'm saving it for the 20th. And then there's plenty of people out there who are like, I've been on 10 of these. I'm not going to miss this one. You know there's going to be surprises. You know there's going to be special guests going, and it's going to be a great time. The problem is, and I'm telling you this now, it's not a matter of, I already know I'm going to have plenty of people going. I'm not worried about it. If you want to go and you want to get a balcony room and you want to get the choice room of your choice, you have to get your deposit in right away. Because what happens is, and keep in mind, selfishly, most of the stations folks are stealing balcony rooms first. We're getting them as well, because I don't want to be in a room with no windows or anything like that. Although my brother has an inside cabin with a video window thing.
Yeah,
What do they call those
I had that last year.
Yeah. How is that?
It's all right. I mean, it's not a real window, but it still gives you a view of the outside, and you can see if we're in port or not.
My brother wants to shut his off and have complete darkness in his room, which I don't think is a bad idea.
Well, at night it's dark anyway.
Yeah.
So,
But I mean, like,
Can you shut it off?
I think so.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
sure.
Yeah. But anyway, you may want that kind of room. You may want a suite room. You may want just a balcony room. Whatever you want, you're going to have to get your deposit in and get it locked in before they sell out, because that's one of the big problems, is that we lose all the balcony rooms right away. They have put a hold on them. We hold as many as we can, and then they sell out right away.
Because it's not just us, it's open to other people, whatever. But then our thing is, and that's one of the most important things, because believe it or not, we're on Calta Cruise 19 going into Calta Cruise 20 next year. And there's still people that came up at when we were out at Riveters, and she goes, I booked immediately whenever we went to the pub crawl. We didn't win a cruise, so I went home and booked, but I didn't book through Diane. And I go, well, how many times do we have to say it?
Yeah.
I don't know how many times we could say it. She was laughing. She was like, I know, it's my fault, whatever. But yeah, you got to make sure that you book through Accent on Travel.
And if you've already booked, you can also bid on an upgrade.
yes.
Right?
Yeah,
So
that's what Carmen did.
Yeah.
Yep. So Diane was nice enough to give us a balcony for our honeymoon wedding present and stuff like that. And then Chad didn't know that. So he went on and started bidding on the different suites. And we ended up getting one of the grand suites.
You did?
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
right.
Yeah.
Good for you.
And he made it was like the grand suite was like the lowest one that he bid on, because he bid on one that was like 2 stories or something. It was
Right.
crazy. And he put in the lowest possible bid you could even put in to be a part of this, and we won.
Good for you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So very excited. We look at the room and we get a bunch of extra stuff. I guess we get like robes or something. I don't know.
I don't know what happens.
So you're in a suite?
Yes.
So you get access to all the sweet stuff too.
Exactly. And that's what Diane was saying. She's like, you don't really need the drink package, because if you have a suite, there's a bar that people with suites can go to get drinks, but you can only get them from that bar. So we're like, we're going to want them at the pool. I don't want to always have to go there. So we kept our drink package, but there's like different amenities that come with.
Oh yeah, you get private breakfast. You get
yeah. We get
I was gonna say, if you and Chad want to do it in my room, you can.
Okay.
But now if you got your own suite, I guess not.
Exactly. Yeah, we don't need it. We got our own.
Sounds like a reason to get married to me.
Exactly. It's pretty nice, Joe. What was the other thing we get? Because room service, 24-hour room service.
Yeah.
Because I guess in the other rooms it's not 24 hours.
Oh, really?
There's like a time block now, where it used to be 24 hours, but they can't keep up with the demand.
This is what I wish. if I could change something on the cruise, I wish that from the poker table I could order room service to my room.
Yeah.
So that when I'm done and I get to my
It's
room, it's already
ready.
there. Yeah, because half the time you order it and you fall asleep before it comes anyway, and then you wake up and you got peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, grilled cheeses,
Just
cold,
waiting
just sitting
outside.
there. Yeah.
I bet
still
you
eat 'em.
could. I bet you could.
I don't know how.
No, because you have to be in your room.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're in a suite, though, you get special treatment.
There's someone, I'm sure.
Somebody can handle it.
Yeah.
You ever do that? You ever do like a Uber Eats somewhere and you're not at your place? And
So
then
it shows up when you arrive.
but they're like, you seem pretty far from. Just do it.
Yeah.
Just
No.
don't question my antics.
That's how I wound up getting a bunch of Ian Beckles butter because
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
yeah he changed his delivery to my address and then he never changed it back, so he ordered butter and it showed up at my house. I'm like, who's sending me butter?
How much,
Sweet.
how much butter does one man need?
I love butter.
I have a situation going on right now. I have all of my remember the debacle with my son, and he was not registered for Sun Pass, and we had like $1,000 bill for Sun
Right.
Pass.
Yeah.
Because it'd been for like 3 years worth of his Sun Passes. We put all of the cars on the driver's license, the license plate on the Sun Pass, except for mine because I have an actual Sun Pass in my car. Okay.
Right.
So I keep getting bills where it refreshes $40 at a time. It's like you've made your payment to SunPass, $40. I'm like, okay. Well, I got a bill the other day for the Hummer that says I have $5.99 outstanding, which I think for some reason my SunPass was not picking up.
Well,
you know?
or if your credit card changed or something like that.
I think it's just I moved my SunPass. I moved it back to another spot.
Okay.
I think I moved it to the wrong spot and it wasn't picking up. So, but I thought if I'm replenished, I think that I lost the Sun Pass and somebody else has been using it this whole time.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like
'Cause
someone
could be.
took your
Maybe.
one of
the
one of
actual
my
thing?
old ones from when I had a Stingray Chevrolet car,
right.
I think I took it out of there and that one's missing now. And I think somebody else has it and they're using it and I'm paying for it.
maybe Titus.
That son of a bitch.
Could be.
That son of a bitch.
Whatever he wants, you're gonna give it to him.
Yeah. He just comes
Nice
in.
Sun Pass. Can I have it?
Oh man, I don't know. I saw that, Carmen. I thought of this when I saw this on Instagram. There's a woman who makes. I got to be very delicate the way I say this.
Mm-hmm.
She makes jewelry out of.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about?
Guys.
Guys.
Yep.
Juice.
Yep.
You saw her?
I haven't seen it, but I have seen it because they'll do it out of they'll make it out of ashes and
Right.
stuff.
Yeah.
But there's someone to make it. And I've seen they're like, do you want a really special engagement ring?
Right.
And they promoted it that way. And I was like, Chad, I love you, but please don't give me any of that.
They take the man stuff and kind of like the astronauts in a Ziploc, send it in. Then they take it and they immediately mix it with a powder. And then they mix that powder in with almost what looks like dough, and they make whatever they want to make out of that. And
Right.
then that's a piece of jewelry that you wear on your neck or whatever.
Like a pearl.
But it's pretty cool. Like I'm not getting it. It's not my thing.
I was going to say, would Amanda ever wear that?
No.
If she didn't know, she would.
Well, that's
Happy
true. That's
anniversary.
true.
You're like,
yeah.
I created this. I made this, from scratch for you.
But they also have BH impressions and things
Yep.
like that they make.
So weird.
What is
Right.
going on in your life that you're doing this?
Do you pay more shipping if you want it to come faster?
I don't know.
wait a
I don't know
minute.
how that works out. I get your double entendre there.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know. It just I don't know who's ordering it or what they're doing, but it just seems
Yeah.
like it's
People have too much stuff to do.
yeah. But
Like
it's
it's-
also it's original and I like the idea, but then again to think who's actually buying
I
it.
was gonna say, that's the thing because it's original. It's a probably good goof gag gif.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Probably I guarantee frat bros are doing
remember
it
when,
for their frat bros.
But remember when Angelina Jolie and Billy Bob Thornton were in each other's blood,
Yeah.
yeah.
in vials?
Weird.
I guess there's some sort of relationship where you feel like you have to have a part of that person on.
But you also know that there's guys that are creeps that are doing that and giving to a girl that he doesn't
With not
tell.
telling him.
Yeah.
Not telling them.
I just remember all the time a place I used to work and guy would bring in donuts for the girls and I go,
Oh no!
guess what those donuts
Yeah.
are doing?
You know, they were stacked.
Yes.
They were stacked hardcore.
100%.
Oh, gross. Anybody do anything fun for Easter?
No. Fun? No.
I mean, like, what do you got to do? What's on the agenda?
we have a lunch.
Yeah, we have a brunch and a dinner.
Yeah.
We got Jews in the morning, guineas in the afternoon.
So Chad and I, we've got some quotes to like remove the popcorn ceilings. And
On Easter Sunday?
No. But they came back high.
Oh.
So Chad and I, we've been mulling it around of maybe doing it
Are you
ourselves.
going to rent it? Are you going to...
Listen, I know this.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. But again,
Disaster.
it's let's try it. And then we'll realize why these people are charging so much.
But can I tell
got
you?
a guy.
But-
I got a guy.
I got a guy too.
But I have someone coming today. We have someone coming today. We have another person coming on Monday. You know what I mean? Like,
How was your first call not to Dino?
so that's who we're going to do because he did our whole townhouse.
Too expensive?
No, it's just him.
Yeah.
And our house is so big.
I know. He's...
So it takes him a little bit longer, which is fine. And Chad is very antsy to get into the house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Again, it's one of those things. But like today, we're gonna like put up the fence. Like, so we're just gonna do some tinkering at the house. But like I said, we do have another estimate coming today, another estimate coming on Monday, but again, and then Saturday we have like a coaching's meeting.
One of the things I love about this
Seminar.
show is when I go, hey, I need somebody to take popcorn off for like I needed to have my wall skimmed. I don't even know what that meant.
Right.
And I got on the air in 5 minutes. I had a guy over here skimming my wall.
Well, and that's the thing. Yeah, we had a bunch of emails and we called everybody. So it's literally just finding the right person.
Right.
And again, I understand it's a messy job. You can do it. It's not necessarily hard, but
Please videotape it if you do it.
but it is a disaster. You know what I mean? Like
You
it's
got to
you
do it
die-
before you move in, though.
exactly.
You gotta.
Exactly.
If you die while you're doing it, can we go on the cruise?
Yes,
Okay,
of course.
just checking.
I don't think it's that dangerous though.
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Happy Friday.
Back at you, sir.
I'm kind of an avid listener, but I don't know what's going on with the airtime of Carmen, but I don't think your average listener can really tolerate having her have so much speaking on your show.
All right, we'll deal with it. Thank you. He didn't like you, Carmen.
Okay.
Yeah. Mike Calta Show, low.
Hey, I was calling about that necklace man juice thing. That sounds like, it should be like an adult Build-A-Bear. You go there and bring the wife.
Yeah, but you got to
make it
work it up.
together?
You got to work it up first.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good time. Then you go over to the clear box. You can make your jewelry, and then, somebody goes home happy. I don't know.
Hey, look, somebody's wearing it right now. That wouldn't be, if you made a little store that had that, I wouldn't be surprised if you did really well. Thank you. I want to point out something. I like having Carmen in the studio, and I like that she talks. That's why I have people on the show that they can talk. But the other thing is that Gio is out this week. He is on vacation with his family. So Carmen is actually stepping up and doing more of the talking. So...
Right.
Sorry, sir. Sorry, if you
I
don't
heard
like
you
it.
guys talking about this on the way in, and I have to tell you, I love having Carmen here.
Yeah.
I really do.
Thank
It's
you.
so much better.
I mean, I
like
wouldn't
being
say
here.
I love it, but it's okay.
I do.
It's all
I
right.
do.
Mike Calta Show, hello. Good morning.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Morning. How's it going this evening?
Good. What's happening?
Not much. You guys doing for Easter this year?
So I'm going to an Easter Sunday brunch in the daytime, and then I have to go to my dad's house afterwards, which I'm enjoying both of those. But the fact that you have to eat at both places becomes a problem. What are you doing, sir?
That's awesome. We're doing our Easter Mass, per usual.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to try and hop out on the boat, weather permitting, and go get brunch on the water. It should be awesome.
Yeah. Well, good luck. I hope you have a great Easter Sunday. That is one of those things. Is that people with boats will use any excuse to go out on the water.
Yeah.
Like I
Sure.
think that's great. I think that's great. Also, golfers. Like I can't believe people will get up on Easter Sunday and out here at 6 o'clock in the morning golfing. Loving it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very.
That's because you don't like
peaceful.
golf.
No, blows my
Right.
mind. Well, I don't want to do anything at 6 o'clock in the morning. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
What up, homies? Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
Carmen,
Yes.
I love you.
What? You're
Don't
not sick of her
listen to
voice?
anybody.
You're not sick of hearing her?
No. Listen, when she was first on, she drove me up a wall. But you have matured and grown into a wonderful human being, and I love you.
Thank you.
Well, that's good.
Love
Thank
you
you,
too.
Punkin. Appreciate the call.
I think it was a little much of a phone call.
Yeah. Mike Calta Show Low.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, sir. How are you?
Good. I'm a random guy. I'm going to call and give you my random opinion.
I'll take it.
I think Carmen needs to be more involved in the Mike Calta show.
I mean,
Pop out a baby.
Oh,
wait,
man. Yeah, it's coming soon, sir. I bet you after the cruise, we
We're
find out we have a
trying.
cruise baby. Yeah. Are you going to name that kid Cruz? That'd be great. That'd be so
Maybe.
great.
It fits into the seas.
Yep. Mike Calta Show, last call. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
Good, sir. How are you?
Good. I just wanted to defend Carmen. She's a bright spot in the show. I love Carmen hearing her voice and talking. But I do want to warn her about popcorn ceiling removal. That is very wet, very messy, and you're in for a world of pain, Carmen.
Listen,
Yeah.
I am very aware. I've watched the videos, but again, my husband is antsy. He wants to get in the house. He wants to try it. And so I'm going to try it with him. And I guarantee you, 2 to 3 hours into it, he's going to be like, okay, the next estimate, that's who we're taking.
Thank you, sir. Can I say something that you're going to think is a joke?
Mm-mm.
This is a win-win situation for you.
Hmm.
Take the popcorn ceiling down in a bikini and make Chad video it. Put it on your OnlyFans.
That's started OnlyFans of just doing homeowner
Just
stuff.
you doing home improvement stuff.
Yeah.
I think that'd be huge.
Listen, I thought about that, like just building furniture though, because that's like maybe like one of my favorite things to do, like
Yeah.
building IKEA furniture.
Yeah.
I love doing that.
How about that girl we had on the show that just yoinks up snakes and reptiles out in the woods? She just got big cans, so everybody
Yeah.
follows her. I mean, she's good at what she does, but the fact that she also got giant boobies.
Yeah, we're not
definitely
watching
helps
dudes
out.
do it.
Right, right. And she's out there just picking up snakes and squirrels and stuff.
Yeah.
Not squirrels, but I'm telling you,
She
you got
got a
to
squirrel,
find a
that'd be
whole new fetish. Carmen.
Yeah. Listen, I know they're out there. It's just, I'm so tired. So tired.
Put the Allen wrench in your cleavage.
Yeah.
Just leave it right here until
Have a
you need
little
it.
tool belt.
Oh, yeah. I'd watch this.
Okay.
All right, we got to take a break, but our phone numbers are 800-771-1025. We're going to play a game when we come back. Be prepared to use them. We'll do it next on 1025 The Bone. I do enjoy the Easter egg candy, like the Easter candy that comes out on the...
Now with the stupid Reese's garbage that's newfangled.
But can I tell you what I do like that they have, and this is only around Easter time? I like Whoppers. You know,
Yeah,
Whoppers they
Whoppers
get in the
great.
movie theater, but
Okay,
they
yep.
have these special Easter eggs that are like candy-coated Whoppers shaped
Oh,
like
yeah,
eggs.
yeah.
Oh, I love those things.
My favorite was the egg carton filled with chocolate-covered
Marshmallow egg?
marshmallow eggs.
Ugh.
I loved marshmallows as a kid.
Gross
I would
me out.
eat bags of marshmallows.
Would you really?
Yeah.
You know, that grosses me out, but if you set it on fire and ash that marshmallow, I will eat it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are those? Is that what they call peeps?
No, Peeps are the ones that look like the little yellow. What
Yeah.
world do you
I
live in?
just
that you
have
know
a
what a peep is?
chocolate-covered
I don't know what that
marshmallow
is.
egg. A peep is literally just sugar on sugar on sugar dipped in sugar.
Now,
marshmallow.
egg is the orange thing that's on the tree that they grow in Florida.
Yeah.
Johnny, what do you got going on this weekend?
Nothing.
No
Yeah.
comedy gigs or anything?
No, I hate it. Yeah, so I'm just trying to get everything in order for the cruise, get everything put together. And my wife's working until Sunday, and then she's off, for everything. So, yeah, I'm going to try to be productive. And I'm hoping somebody would, maybe invite me to some sort of a barbecue or brunch on Sunday. But maybe I'll just do my own. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sad.
Have you talked to Joe the Shrimp guy?
No, not in a while.
Me either, but he hit me up about crawfish, and I really got to take him up on that offer because I'm ready for that. But the problem is I can't cook them.
I know
I'm
it's
just terrible at it.
It's close to the end of the season too, and yeah, I haven't done a real crawfish boil either. So I like it. I like a good crawfish boil.
Yeah.
You should just get crawfish, take it to Ian, let him do his
Yeah.
thing, and then split it with him. Say,
Done.
I'll buy.
Yeah.
You do the stuff, and then we split them.
That's a really good idea.
Right? I think
Yeah.
he'd be down. He loves crawfish, and he likes cooking them and doing all the stuff.
I'm telling you right now, I'm so adamant about this. I want to say it again live for the whole world to hear. If Ian made me crawfish etouffee
You don't have to.
and said,
We
"You have
believe
to
you.
eat it out of my armpit,"
You don't
I will
have to.
delightfully eat it out of his armpit. It is the best food product I've ever had in my life. It is so delicious. The problem with Ian's crawfish etouffee is there's not enough. Oh, now that's all I want.
I can see
All right.
that.
We got a lot of things to give away, Carmen. What is that stuff?
So we have tickets for Neo and Akon.
Neo and Akon.
Smack that.
Okay.
You can't stop.
I don't know Neo though.
Yes,
How do
you
you? How do you? Is it N-E-Y-O?
N-E-Y-O.
N-E-Y.
You'll know him. Like I said,
Yeah.
he was
I
very.
know who he is.
He was Chris Brown. He was like a Chris Brown type.
Not Usher.
Miss Independent.
That's the one that came right up. No.
Not working hard. Yeah, right.
That's Pitbull.
Yeah, he has a small part in that.
That's also Pitbull.
With this Neo. That's who's singing right now.
Yeah, but there's another Pitbull song. I don't like it.
I'm just leaning on the dump button right now.
No, I know. I jumped off it.
So sick of love songs.
Yeah, he sung the hook for that.
Tired of tears.
I see it. It
That
doesn't
was a
ring a
big
bell.
one?
All right, Neo
Okay.
and Akon
Out of your genre then.
out.
Kid Rock,
I know him.
Foreigner.
Kid Rock is a great. Listen, Kid Rock
was.
is still a great performer.
Was.
I don't know. I
He
haven't
could-
seen him for a long time,
Right.
so you.
He may
can't-
be all political,
Well, that's the
going
thing.
on
I don't want to
rants.
hear any of that.
That
He-
halftime thing.
He
Yeah.
was great, and then he did country stuff. Not a fan. Then he
No.
did political stuff. Not a fan. So I don't know whether he's still great.
Right. Does he bring it in, or does he just go back to straight up performing?
If you can go see straight up Kid Rock performing,
Yeah,
Right.
Ba with the Ba,
sure.
and all those hits,
Strippers.
and
Him playing
American
all the
Badass,
instruments.
Yeah.
that's a good show.
Right.
Kid Rock puts on a great show, but I'm also talking 20 years ago.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So we don't know.
All right,
Foreigner, Night Ranger.
can't go wrong with Foreigner.
Yeah,
They
and
got
Night
hit
Ranger too.
after hit after hit after hit. It doesn't even matter that the band that you're seeing is not the band Foreigner.
It's the music.
It's just a bunch of guys singing Foreigner's music.
They do a good job of it
Yes.
too. You know.
Gasparilla Music Fest.
Okay, a bunch of bands nobody cares about, and Government Mule
And Busch
in a parking
Gardens.
lot across the street from Family Arena. let's just call that out for what it is. And then Busch Gardens
But-
Mardi Gras.
Yes,
Who doesn't love a little Mardi Gras?
exactly. Or
All
Busch
right.
Gardens.
Yeah.
They do it great.
Get some crawfish there.
Do you know that outside of a Christmas party that we had and the Hall & Oates show that I went to go see at Busch Gardens, I have never been to Busch Gardens.
Really?
Yep.
You've never taken your
Oh.
kids?
Nope.
What?
Maybe Drew will take us over there one day.
He has to walk you in.
Walk me in. No, can you? We've never.
That's crazy living this close because you guys go to Disney and Universal a lot.
Right.
And I figured, when you're in when the kids were in the theme park age range,
Yeah.
like an easy one would just be to go to Busch Gardens because it's right here.
They were never really asked about it. And you know me, I'm afraid of roller coasters, and that's all they got are
But
crazy roller coasters over there.
but
so
they do have animals over there and stuff.
wait
It's
a
kind
second.
of like a
I'm
zoo.
sorry. I did go there once with my mother when I was younger, not as a kid, but I think when I was in my
Thank you for
early 20s.
apologizing.
Yeah.
Thank
Well, I don't want to lie to you. I don't
Wow.
want to be a liar, Galvin. I don't want to be known as a liar.
Integrity. It's a man with
Yeah,
integrity.
I remember because I did go on the safari one time. They had that safari ride.
Yeah.
Okay, I did do that one time. I
And
forgot
see,
about
that's
that.
why I figured that would be more your pace because you don't necessarily have to do the ride.
Yeah, I
You
do
can
want to
do
go
all
there.
the
I
animal
want to go
stuff.
there. I will tell you this also. My mother planned a trip for us when we were kids. This is what my mother was. As poor as we were, she was always a good mom. She took us to the airport and told us that we were renting a car and going to my grandmother's for the weekend, but we were renting a more reliable car because my mom's car is a piece of garbage. And then when we got there, she handed us a letter and told us that, surprise, we were not, in fact, renting a car, but getting on an airplane and going to Virginia. And while we were in Virginia, we were going to go to Colonial Williamsburg, and we were going to Busch Gardens. And that was the first time we ever went to Busch Gardens in Virginia, and that was fantastic.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
And we went to a water park. That was good. It was a good, fun weekend.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, you'll have your choice of doing that. Not that. You can't hang out with my mom, but you can go to concerts to see Akon, Neo, and all that other stuff right now as we play a little Google Feud. Here we go.
What will the all-knowing Google box say? Well, if you can guess one of the top 3 answers, you'll win. It's time to play Google Feud, only on the Mike Calta Show.
All right, Galvin. Time to play Google Feud.
Yes.
I don't know what I do. Do I get a contestant first?
So-
No, we go last.
We're gonna
No, we
have,
have them
go
go
first.
Yes, have
so
them
that
go
way
first.
they can't Google it. I'm gonna start a sentence, and then you're gonna tell me how Google will end the sentence. And then the person will go first. Then you guys will go around the room. We'll do it, and they can either stick with their answer or pick one of your guys' answers. Has to get in the top 3 to be a winner.
All right, let me get a contestant on the line. Good morning. Who is this?
Charlie.
How you doing, Charlie?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Let's give you an opportunity to win some tickets as we play a little Google Feud. Here we go.
All right, Charlie, tell me how you think Google is going to end this. Since Easter is coming up, we have a Easter-themed Google Feud. Does the Easter Bunny, how will Google finish that sentence? Does the Easter Bunny
Give
me an answer.
I have no idea.
Gonna pick something. Just pick something.
Does the Easter Bunny hop?
There you go.
All right, very good. Mike Calta, does the Easter Bunny
Really exist?
really exist? Carmen, does the Easter Bunny
Does the Easter Bunny bring the baskets?
bring the baskets? He does not bring the boom, I can tell you that. Joe, does the Easter Bunny
Does the Easter Bunny lay eggs?
lay eggs? All right, Charlie, you heard all the different answers in here. You want to stick with yours or you want to switch to somebody else's?
I'm going to go with exist.
Exist. All right, you got to get in the top 3 to be a winner. Number 3, does the Easter Bunny have a name?
Oh, does it?
I don't know. We can find out in a
Mr.
second.
Hop Hop?
Oh, is that what it is?
It's not Hoppy. It's not Hoppy.
No.
Number 2, does the Easter Bunny exist?
Hey!
Very nice. That is a winner. And number 1 answer, does the Easter Bunny lay eggs?
Oh,
So, very
double
nice.
action. All right, I'm going to put you on hold. Johnny will grab you during the break, and we'll hook you up with a prize. There you go. He is on line 1.
The Easter Bunny does not have one official name, universal name, but is most commonly referred to as Peter Cottontail or simply the Easter Bunny.
I never knew.
I
that
thought
was
Peter the Cottontail was.
Same.
different
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah. So I don't know why they, people just confuse it, I guess. They're like, it's a bunny. I don't know.
I didn't think they were the same. I thought they were different people.
I'm not saying they're the same. They're often referred to.
I think they are. I think that's just what parents tell them because we don't know the name.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
got
So
you.
that's just like a default. Like, yeah, it's Peter. That's
All right.
the bunny.
All right. Let's play another round.
All right.
Let me get a contestant.
There you go.
Yeah.
Good morning. Who's this?
It's Matt.
Hi, Matt. All right. You ready to play a little Google Feud, Matt?
Yes.
All right. Here we go.
All right, Matt. How is Google going to finish this? What if chocolate... Finish that sentence. How is Google going to finish that? What if chocolate... Hello, Matt.
Melts in my hands.
Melts in your hands, all right? Mike, what if chocolate
Was sugar free?
was sugar-free? Carmen, what if chocolate...
What if chocolate? This one's hard.
Hmm?
Oh, took my hands. What if chocolate gets on my carpet?
Gets on my carpet. All right, Joe, what if chocolate
What if chocolate wasn't brown?
wasn't brown? All right. Matt, you've heard all the answers. You want to stick with yours or switch to somebody else's?
I'll stick with mine.
Stick with yours. What if chocolate melts in my hands? All right, got to get in the top 3 for this. What if chocolate is expired? That's number 3.
Okay.
Number 2, what if chocolate disappeared?
Oh.
That's what my wife told me. It disappeared. You didn't eat it? No, it disappeared. Number 1 answer for Google Feud. What if chocolate turns white?
Oh.
Yeah. It's been sitting around for a while.
Not good.
Johnny, if you can turn that buzzer up a little bit, that'd be great.
You got it.
That's it. No winner.
No winner on that one.
I'm
No winner
so
on that
sorry.
one. Yeah.
So sorry, sir.
I have more if we want to do more.
I absolutely want to do more.
All
I want
right.
to give away all these tickets before we go into the weekend. Let me get another contestant on the line. Good morning. Who is this?
My name is Bill.
Bill, you're very loud in the background.
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
All right. I got
I'm ready.
Yeah, no, it's too loud back there, buddy. It sounds like you're in a goddamn soup kitchen.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, buddy. Mike Calta Show, good morning. Who's this?
This is Cody.
All
Good
right.
morning, y'all.
Cody, how you doing, sir?
So very loud.
I'm doing good, man. Just out here killing bugs.
All right, what do we got for Cody?
Cody, tell me how you think Google will finish this. When did Jesus...
When did Jesus die?
When did Jesus die? All right. Mike Kelta, when did Jesus
Live.
Live. All right. Carmen, when did Jesus
When did Jesus come back?
come back? Joe, when did Jesus
ascend?
Ascend.
Yeah.
All right, Cody, you heard all the answers. You want to stick with yours
It's a
or
big
go with
Catholic
somebody
word.
else?
I think I'm going to stick with mine.
Stick with yours. When did Jesus die? All right. Google Feud. Got to get in the top 3. When? Oh, hold on. When did? Oh, sorry. I made a mistake on my Google thing.
All right.
I didn't write it properly. I was looking at it. I was like, those don't make any sense. I saw the answers earlier because I looked at it. When did Jesus? Got to get in the top 3. When did Jesus get crucified?
Okay.
Number
dead.
2, when did Jesus rise? Not ascend.
That's different. That would not be. It would not be the same.
No.
Rise is rise from the dead. Ascend is ascend to
going
heaven.
to heaven. Yeah.
Okay.
Number 1 answer for Google Feud. When did Jesus die?
Hey! There you go. All right, I'm going to put you on hold. Johnny B will grab you during the break, and we'll hook you with a prize. Do we have one more, or are we done?
We can do one more.
Let's do one more. Let's do one more. Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning. Happy Easter. It's Patrick.
Patrick, I'm happy to talk to you, but where are all the women that used to listen to this show?
Yeah.
You all go down and find the 6 and 7 down the block over
They're
there?
all working.
Yeah, all right. All right, what do we got for Patrick?
Hold on. All right, Patrick, tell me how Google will finish this. On Easter, should you
eat meat?
Eat meat. All right. Mike Calta, on Easter, should you
eat fish?
Eat fish. Carmen, on Easter, should you
find the eggs?
find the eggs? All right. Joe, on Easter, should you
go to church?
Go to
Ooh,
church.
Good one.
Okay. All right, Patrick, you've heard all the answers. You want to stick with yours or switch to somebody else's?
I think I'll go with Paps. Go to church.
Go to church. All right. Got to get in the top 3. Number 3, on Easter, should you have a basket? Number 2, on Easter, should you poop?
Really? That's on Google?
That's on Google.
Hold
On
it
Easter,
in.
should you poop? By the way, number 5 is on Easter, should you pee?
Oh, well,
I know,
yes.
so.
You can do one.
Number 1 answer for Google Feud. On Easter, should you go to church?
Yay! There you go. Number 1. All right.
nice.
You're on line 7.
That's it, my man, Paps.
Good job, buddy. I'm going to put you on hold. Johnny B will also grab you during the break, so please be patient with him, and we'll hook you up with a prize. You got 3 winners on hold, and that'll wrap it up for our Easter version of Google Feud.
Very
Basically,
nice.
just trying to give some tickets away to people before the weekend comes. We got Calta Cruise 19 next week. We will be on it at this time next week. We'll be on the high seas. Very excited about it.
So you can listen because we'll have a podcast. We'll have an hour during Friday's show.
Right.
It'll be live on tape from the ship, and then Monday also another hour. Yeah.
Thursday
And
is
Monday will
third.
be the announcement too of what Calta Cruise 20.
I'm a little excited about it. I think it's going to
For
be
sure.
a good one. I think we're going to have a great time. And I'm going to tell you one thing that is not settled yet that I'm still working on. I'm going to need double cooperation on this one from the station and from this person. I would really like to see Cody Tucker go on this cruise.
Yeah.
I think he'd be a draw. I think the people would like to meet him.
What
and I
if
think
we
it'll be fun.
what if we swing by Texas with the ship and pick him up?
Pick 'em up.
Does that help?
Have you ever seen Cody? Is he tall? Is he short?
Tall. He looks like a big guy.
I know,
I bet he's about 5'10".
Yeah, I bet you he's just at the cusp of being tall.
I think he's like 6'1".
Oh.
I don't know. The mystery will hopefully be solved sometime next year.
Yeah, because all of his pictures are just him sitting.
Him sitting.
Yeah, you never see
And you
him
have no
standing
idea.
up.
What if he's little? What if he's like 3'4"?
That'd be great.
It'd
By
be
the way,
hilarious.
that's why Mike wants to bring him because
Little
Cody
bowling
likes to
ball.
sit.
Yeah. That's the
Sitting
thing. I'll have
partner.
somebody to sit with. Yeah. Looking forward to that.
I can tell you. Do you want me to let you know?
Yes.
There is a picture of Cody standing next to
Joe Rogan, who is very short, so
who
it's
is
hard to
very
tell.
short. I can tell you, he's about half a foot taller.
Then Joe Rogan?
Yeah.
So what does that put him at?
Joe Rogan, I think, is what, like 5'3",
5'4"? Yeah.
5'4", whatever. Yeah.
5'6", I thought.
Well, he says 5'6", but he's probably about 5'4".
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would say Cody's probably around 5'9", 5'10".
Yeah, that makes sense. That's
Yeah.
what I see him as. Oh man! All right. Well, hopefully we get him on the cruise next year as part of the group. It's not one of the big announcements, but it's definitely something I'm working on. So we'll hopefully give you all the information by Monday of next week. All right, we must take a break. Our phone numbers, if you want to get through, 800-771-1025. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 1025 The Bone. You familiar with Diplo?
Yes.
Diplo is hosting a party at the Encore Beach Club with host.
Really?
With host? What? No, not Encore Live. Encore Beach Club.
Okay.
I don't know. I think that's in Vegas. Saturday, April 18th. With special guest host
Bert Kreischer.
Ric Flair.
Oh, really?
Pooping his way through Vegas.
All right.
I don't understand this whole resurgence of Ric Flair. I think because Hulk Hogan is dead, they need somebody.
Yeah, but also he's a character that people know. People do the woo thing all the time, places,
All the
whatever.
time.
And he's just like a party guy.
He's a drunk, is what he is.
/ party guy.
Yeah.
That was a nice way of saying drunk.
Bert's a party guy.
/
Bert's not pooping his pants.
You don't know, Bert.
I don't know, Bert.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I don't know. It's just weird to me. This is the other thing I saw during the break that caught my eye that made us a little late for that commercial. Would you not consider Moose a friend?
Yeah, of course.
I consider Moose a friend, one of my longest, oldest friends that I have, especially here in Florida.
Right.
Guess what Moose is doing today? He said, when you have no friends and nothing important to do.
Oh.
He's so Eeyore.
Well, and that's it, too, is, he says that about himself, whatever. Moose is doing...
Don't look at my computer because you'll be able to see it.
Moose today it's Good Friday.
When you have no friends and nothing to do that's important.
He is going to church by himself.
Not church. Going somewhere solo. Carmen,
On a cruise. He's going on a Monsters of Rock cruise.
No. Negative. Carmen?
He is. Oh.
I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
People have been criticized for doing this.
By themselves?
By themselves.
Going to a swingers club.
You pay extra for that.
He's going, to a concert by himself, but I don't think that's bad.
Okay. It's not that.
I know.
Not that. Joe, do you want to guess? Johnny, do you ever guess?
I can't even think.
He is volunteering at a soup kitchen.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah.
And you can do that by yourself.
Yeah.
I feel
Johnny?
like he's going to the movies to see like Mario Galaxy by himself.
Would be a little embarrassing to be an adult going to the Mario movie by yourself on Good Friday and then writing when you have no friends and nothing to do. But what he really did was when you have no friends and nothing to do that's important, solo Disney trip. Moose is walking around Walt Disney World, Disney adulting by himself.
Ooh.
Really,
An
though,
old guy.
Not that big of a deal. If he would have called and said to me, do you want to go to Disney? I probably would have went to Disney with Moose tomorrow because my family's out of town. I got nothing going on. I've been dying to go to Disney. My kids don't care about going anymore. I might have went to. Moose doesn't want to. I think he likes it better by saying he has no friends.
100.
Right? He likes to be miserable.
Yes. Also,
He's Eeyore.
adult going to Disney is weird.
But if he has free tickets and stuff.
Solo weird.
I don't think it's that weird. I think it's. It is a little weird.
The security should be watching it.
Yeah.
Well, when we went to, I don't know when the last time Johnny you went to Universal was, but they have a ride that used to be where Twister was. Do you know a Twister right up there on Main Street when you first get in there?
Yeah, I was there in October. Yeah.
So the ride, I forgot what it's called now, but it's so I went on the line for it. I thought it was a show that you go and watch. Maybe it was Pets or one of those kids shows. And I said to the lady, I go, "Is this a ride or is it a show?" And she goes, "It's both. It's a show with a moving sidewalk and you interact with the." I go, "Okay, cool. I'll go do it." I was by myself because the other members of the show hadn't gotten there for the broadcast yet. And now I'm on this thing and it's this ride where the sidewalk takes you through and then you see things on the wall and you have to like kind of hit it and touch it. And I am over there doing it by myself, trying to beat little kids while I do it. And I thought, okay, that's a little bit too embarrassing. Yeah. But sometimes you can go to Disney and have lunch and go on a couple of rides and come home and not be so weird, right?
It just seems weird. Like Disney is a weird place to be by yourself.
Listen, I can tell you as someone who used to be
A Disney adult.
with a Disney adult, forced to be a Disney adult, it is weird.
Why?
Because literally we would drive 45 minutes.
Well, that's the thing. First of all, it's inconvenient. But if in your case, like you guys would go there and just get the food.
Right. Because their chicken strips are better than any other chicken strip.
That's a little weird.
Keep telling yourself.
That's weird, right? And then it's like, but then when we're there, we can just, I'll grab a fast pass. We can grab a couple rides and then we'll come home. And like, but the whole thing, and I understand like people would probably kill to be able to do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? But also, like, if I wasn't there, they would have also done this alone.
Yeah.
And had done this alone.
I also don't like Disney. I'm not I don't like that. I would rather go to like Universal.
Yeah.
I would rather go
Right.
to Universal or just go to a fair. Like I would rather do that because I just want to like play games and hang out. I'm
I
not
do
big
like
on
Disney.
rides. I'm not big on
literally the driving, the parking, like all of the outside stuff is longer than what you're
Yeah.
actually spending inside the park.
Question, Carmen.
Yeah.
Did you think it was weird when you were doing it at the time?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I would like fight back. I'd be
I
like,
gotta tell you,
do
you're
we have to? Can we just go to Chili's?
Yeah.
Can we just get chicken strips
Yeah.
down the road?
Driving 45 minutes is not cool. If you were like 15 minutes away, that'd be a different
And
story.
again, like, but also sometimes we'd have like nice reservations. Because it'd be a random Tuesday. So like the steakhouse in Canada at
Right,
Epcot,
right.
they would have an opening. So like we would do things that you don't normally get to do on the weekends because it's so packed. So those types of things, it's like, okay, I guess I can see the allure to do that. But literally just, it's Wednesday. I want chicken strips and to ride
Oh
the
my God.
slinky. You know what I mean? Like,
Right, the slinky.
like whatever. It's,
Yeah.
Carmen, best wife ever.
Yeah.
Taking one for the team, even when you weren't into it.
That's definitely who I am.
Yep.
I'm a chameleon.
I mean, that should apply more to butt stuff than Disney, but
I'd do that too.
where are the years?
All right, what did you have for the
So
Would
the
You
other
Rather?
day, I asked my wife this, and I thought it'd be a good one to ask you guys. Would you rather be able to speak any language or be able to solve any math problem?
Speak any language. That's easy.
speak any language, I think. Because if I could solve any math problem, I can go probably get a really good job.
That's the thing that I said. I think the math problem thing is you're making more money with that. But speaking any language is great because you
go
can bust
anywhere you want.
and you could bust people talking about you all the time.
But also you make money because think about how there's companies that will literally hire you to sit on business calls to interpret.
Yeah, listen, you can make money doing both, but I think the being able to solve any math problem, you're a genius. You're the smartest person that ever
You're
lived.
working for NASA.
Yeah. NASA?
NASA of the Bahamas. Yeah, you are. You're working for NASA or you're working for the CIA, cracking codes or doing something like that. And I think that would be great. But if you could speak any language, you could just travel and go wherever you want.
Exactly. And like companies will hire you to do like business deals on their behalf.
Or you could do a TV show where you're, just exploring and checking out places.
And I think people get more excited whenever you can speak their language. Like that's be more fun.
Have you seen
a lot
that
more
guy
fun.
on Instagram?
The one I can speak your language.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
it's crazy
How
how
many
that guy
languages?
I've not seen him get stumped. He's gone, people will be like, "Oh, you speak Swahili," and then he'll go into their language. But most of the time, I think he's in Italy. He's not Italian though, but I think he's in Italy, and he'll just stop people that look like they're foreigners and say, "Hey, what language do you speak? I bet I could speak your language." And a lot of them are like, "No, you wouldn't know me. I'm Croatian," and boom, he busted.
No,
out.
there's some. The one guy was like, "I'm in a small village in Africa," and he says names one. He goes, "No," but I know that." And then he says another one. The guy says what it is, and then he says, "Hello, like how are you doing?" in his language, and the guy's like, "I didn't think anybody."
I wonder
would."
how they do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wonder if it's set up or what it is.
Yeah, Charles Grodin. Yeah, hey, everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. You can say good morning in a bunch of different languages.
Just not your language. Good morning, hello.
Good morning, Mike. Good morning, crew. Hey, listen, man, just checking in over here, George, in Naples, South Naples. You guys are coming in crystal clear, South Naples.
Good, glad to hear it all the way down there.
I was in Marco Island, but I was busy, so I didn't have you on. But I got you on the app, and then I turned it off, and I turned on the radio, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
So Yeah. Anyway, I don't want to honk my horn out here because I'm in the wealthy neighborhood of South Naples. If you know what I mean. down on Gordon Drive. If you know what I mean. If you've ever been down here.
Yep.
Oh, by the way, Johnny B. Good morning, Johnny. What's up, brother?
Hello.
Hey, listen, I'm all right. Take care, guys. I know you're busy.
All right, thank you. It was good talk. Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
So, Mike, guys, how you doing?
Good. What's happening, buddy?
Yeah, buddy. We just got back. We go there to Disney. We still got small kids,
Yeah.
And I got to say that not only is it astronomically expensive because we stayed a week there, but also there's a certain caliber that not only goes there by themselves, which you do see, but also works there. And you could just tell who's been working there the longest. It's just, just a certain type of individual. I'm not talking about ethnicity or anything. I'm just talking about I don't know if it being happy all the time.
Yes.
I don't know. You know what I mean? Like
We had a guy who used to work at the radio station who got fired, and I believe he went to go take a job at Disney, and he was the guy that every time he walked by his office, he was like, "Hey, Mr. Cowhead, how are you doing today?" Like one of those goofy bitches.
Yeah, and I got to say also, my son, he just turned 3. I mean, just turned.
Yeah.
And we're going through the stroller, and I'm like, I'm not paying $200. He's not 3. He just turned 3. I'm talking about weeks ago.
Right.
And let me tell you, we've never had any problems. But this woman, man, she looked like she didn't want to work at Disney. She goes, "How old is he?" And I'm like, "He's under 3, And then she puts her hand up like she's asking a question. Some guy comes over, and he's got he looked like he was in a cartoon. He comes over and he's like, "Hey, what's his name?" This and that. And I said, "Well, I'll give you my name." They looked up the hotel, and I guess they have the not only the age of your children, but also the month.
Wow.
And I said, listen, I'll pay. I mean, we're talking about a couple of weeks.
Right.
He's like, yeah, you just have to go over the umbrella and this and that. I'm like, okay, whatever. It was just, because it's supposed to be on the honor system. I mean, did I kind of, try to get through?
Yeah,
we're
a
talking
couple
about
of
a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I get you.
You know what I mean? We're talking about thousands and thousands of dollars. But regardless, they do ask. You know what I mean?
After you spent all that money on the hotel and everything, too, they couldn't cut you a little break?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I did want to ask you about Stingray Chevrolet. How come after all this time you don't, did you just not want to get something, you wanted to get something that you own, or why did they, yank the car from you? Or was it just
I want to get a car that I own, that I actually have one that I can drive, so if I smash it, I don't have to be calling them and crying like I've done before.
He wants to smash his own car.
Yeah, exactly. I thought about that the other day. I was like, man, if I ever got in an accident, I would have been miserable. Because I don't know how hard it is to fix an electric car,
Yeah.
how much is inside it.
Right. Is it more expensive?
Yeah.
By the way, did you get that text the other day about Ira that won the Corvette?
The news article?
Yeah.
Yes, it was great.
That was a great news article, yeah, because it says
Plant City Observer.
Yeah, Ira, who is listens to the Mike Kelta show every day. He said that he's been listening for so long and stuff, and then he goes, I was at the pool. He was on his way home, and he stopped by Stingray Chevrolet, bought his raffle tickets and stuff. And he said he was at his son's house at the pool, and he goes, and then I got a phone call from Galvin from the Mike Kelta show. Best call I ever got, telling me you won the car. Yeah, that was he was so excited
great.
whenever he
I'm
called.
so happy for him.
Yeah.
Cool. And they raised a ton of money for Unity in the community at Stingray Chevrolet. They're always doing good, so I would assume they're going to do one next year, and another opportunity for you guys to win next year.
That's a gorgeous car too.
Yeah, right. I mean, I wonder what Ira's got to be taking that thing out every weekend. What point do we get to take it for a week?
I don't know.
I think that was
Come
part
on,
of the deal.
Ira, you're listening.
Ira orders a pizza, and he gets to
seemed like he would let you borrow it.
He probably would. Yeah, I don't worry, Ira. We're kidding. We can't fit in it, so it's just too. I hate to feel like I'm laying down when I drive, and that's what you feel like when you drive a Corvette. Like you're laying down like this.
Yeah, I like it.
Like
I like
bucket
it.
seats.
What's that?
It's like a bucket seat, kind of.
It's like a lounger.
Yeah, it was funny because people were like the one that I had was a 77, and people were like you feel like you're late. It's so low and this and that, whatever that, but it has so much leg room.
Yeah, it has leg room.
It has so much leg room
Give me
because you
that.
are basically laying down, doing it like that.
Johnny.
Yes.
Do I need to take a break, or are we almost done?
We're almost done.
Oh,
so
good.
we got
That show flew
about,
by today.
Yeah, we got like 3 more minutes.
Okay.
Can I tell you how good our engineers are? I just text Mike Cernak because this laptop will prompt me and say you have to change your password every so often, whatever. And I remember last time I tried to change the password and it wouldn't let me. It was doing it this time, and I'm like, it's not letting me change the password. So I asked Cernak, and he goes, make sure you're connected to VPN. And I go, that was the same thing last time.
Yeah.
Good memory. He figured it out.
He is so good that on my phone, when I get logged out of my email,
Yeah.
and then I log back in, there's always an error. It won't let me log back in. And he showed me a little trick. He goes, instead of opening the page all the way, open it halfway, and then it were in. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you know how to do something wrong to make it right?
He knows everything.
That's
By
good.
the way, he said, I said, thank you. He said, no problem. And then he just wrote 6 days with a bunch of exclamation
Oh,
points. He's going.
That's going to be great, man. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm gonna tell you probably right now. Well, Gio will be back, but Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday probably going to stink next week.
I think they're gonna fly by.
They are going to fly by,
Yeah.
but we're all going to have one foot on the ship. So
Yeah.
we better try our best to do good shows because it's going to be difficult. Johnny, you ready for an hour of comedy on the ship?
An hour?
Oh, what? Nobody told you?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Make it funny, clown.
Mhm.
Can I get a balcony or something?
No. Sorry. You get a fake porthole.
I'm ready. I'm ready to buffet. That's what I'm ready for.
Yeah, I don't really go to the buffet when we're on this cruise because it's hours don't coincide with my sleep hours.
You know what's funny about the buffet is I really like the buffet. I tend to eat healthier when it's a buffet.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because they
Just
have
fruit
such a
and
good
stuff,
selection
yeah,
of fruit and vegetables and salad
Great
stuff. And I'm like,
salad.
all right.
It's so
Yeah.
funny.
Don't get me wrong. I'm still going to wail on pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Last cruise they had a ton of Indian food for some reason.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, I was,
You know why? A ton of Indian people.
yeah, there really was.
Yeah.
Like, the staff was.
Yeah, they go Indian, they go Asian, and they got Italian. They got all the corners covered.
And then the 1 year, they went black biker. Remember whenever the black biker group was on?
Yeah.
And they were all wearing their leather vests
on the ship.
out by the pool and stuff, and they're wearing their leather vests. I go, come on, guy, we get
You
it.
can take it off.
We get it.
Yeah. To get a little
Yeah.
sun.
My wife and I were just on a cruise in February, and it was I guess like a family reunion. It was like 200 black people, and they kept wearing white everywhere. It was like a white party every day,
Mhm.
but it looked like a choir, you know. So I was like, every time I'd see him, I go, I just want to start singing, dude. The choir's with us again, you know. But it was like that became like the name for half the cruise.
The
like,
choir.
Yeah, I was in the casino with the choir. Yeah.
White people have notoriously had nicknames for groups of black people all the time. They got nicer over the years. Choir is one of the nicer ones.
Nice.
Yeah. I never said in a negative way.
Right. I got you. All right. Well, Joe, I'm glad you're alive.
Thank you, Michael.
You made it in.
I'm sorry again.
It's
I'm
all
an
right.
idiot.
It's all right. No big deal.